What's up, guys? Welcome back to the B&D Bricks channel. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the LEGO Star Wars set 75254, the AT-ST Raider. This set came with 540 pieces and retailed for $50. I'm sorry I haven't been able to make a video for the past 2 days. I originally planned to make two. Well, 2 days ago I meant to make two, and then I didn't make any. And then yesterday I just did not have any time either. So today I'm going to try to make 3 videos, and tomorrow I'll also try to make 3 videos, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it tomorrow. But so anyways, here you can see the box art for the AT-ST Raider. It's got the AT-ST and the planet. I'm not sure which planet that is. It's the one from The Mandalorian Season 1, where he met Cara Dune. You can see it comes with 4 minifigures, but we'll get into minifigures later. And here's the build. As always, we're going to be using the 5-part out of 10, 2 for each part, graph chart, fraction. I'm not sure exactly what to call it, but you know what it is, the rating system. And so we're going to start with minifigures, just as we always do. So here we've got Cara Dune, and well, I've got 2 sections, just like I always do, again, or 3 or more. I've got Cara Dune with a sniper blaster with a dark gray, dark silver lightsaber hilt on the end of it. It's the same Cara Dune we've seen in other sets. I think she's only been in a couple. Obviously, we won't be seeing her again, so that's actually a plus for this set because you might want to get it since you're not going to be able to see her again. She also came in the light cruiser, but yeah, that's that. You can see she's got the standard long flowy hairpiece. She's got some sort of a vest with just her arms there, and some like jean looking things, but I know they're not jeans, obviously, or maybe they are. Does she have any back printing? Let's see. Yes, she has some back printing for the vest. So, I mean, overall, it's a pretty good figure. I would say it's a good, accurate representation of Cara Dune. Although we likely will not be seeing her ever again, it's still good to have one of her because you can do some you can recreate a lot of scenes with her from Mandalorian Season 1. And then moving on to the second minifigure, we've got the Mandalorian Din Djarin himself, not in Beskar armor. Now, this minifigure, I think, is a great representation of him not in Beskar armor. You can see how it's rusty, how his armor's rusty, and it's got the rust on it. See his pants and his shirt and his arms. They look like what he looked like. His cape is fine, but my main complaint with it is the helmet is a darker shade of silver than the Beskar Mandalorian, but his helmet was always Beskar, so it doesn't make sense for it to be a darker shade. I know that the Beskar Lego minifigure came later, so I guess that's excusable, but still, it does bother me quite a bit. But yeah, and then he's got, I forget what his blaster is called, but it's basically just a standard pistol with a wooden or not wooden, a brown lightsaber hilt. So it looks like a wooden lightsaber. I sometimes use it for when I'm making wooden lightsabers for Wookiee Jedi. And then he's got one of the claw pieces on the end, which I can't remember what his blaster's called, but he has that. I think we saw another version of it in another set. Maybe the light cruiser. I can't quite remember, but yeah, it must have been the light cruiser actually. And then for the second minifigures category, we've got 2. I cannot remember what they're called. Klatooinian Raiders. Both have very nice prints. I think they have they have very similar prints. They have the same leg prints. We've got different chest prints though, which I think is actually pretty cool that Lego did that. I would not expect to see different chest prints on these 2 random Klatooinian Raiders. He's got the Ultron headpiece there to add some kind of armor, and then this one has the knight. It's one of the medieval headpieces, and then one of the Ninjago. I think it was Nia's over her right shoulder thing that he's got on him. And the first one comes with a gunmetal gray blaster pistol with another brown lightsaber hilt on the end, and this one comes with 2 Jango Fett pistols, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly what these ones are called. I usually don't even use them for pistols. I think most of the ones that I have ended up in my actual spare parts bucket, and not my weapons bucket. But that's kind of interesting. Overall, for minifigures, I would give the set a 2 out of 2. I think it does what it needs to do, and it's good the way it does it. My only complaint out of all of this would be the Mando helmet, but that's not substantial, especially considering this set came out before the Beskar Mandos. Now, moving on to the build itself. This build is literally a recolored version of the Rogue One AT-ST. I really wish I could get one to compare it. I do not. I haven't been able to get one. They're super expensive. All the Rogue One sets, except for like the one K2SO buildable figure, are super expensive on the aftermarket. But so I haven't been able to get my hands on any of them. But nonetheless, this is basically just a reskin of it with some modifications. The head is slightly darker gray, which I think is good. The head looks great. I think the head is phenomenal. It looks just like an ATSD head. It looks like exactly what I picture when I think ATSD head. It's got two blasters there, and one there. So those two on the sides, obviously, you can see they go in with a UFO dish a plate. If I turn the head here, you can see, other way, you can sort of get a look at the underside. It's pretty detailed. You can see a wire coming out of the center. You can see on the back, you can see some more detail in the back there. Not too much detail. It's comparable in detail. Well, no, I'm not gonna, well, it's comparable in detail to like the Resistance Y-Wing, because it's not like as detailed as like the UCS Y-Wing or some of the other even non-Y-Wing or UCS sets, but it is nonetheless pretty detailed. So obviously this whole area is brown, not gray. Then you've got the legs, which are in 3 sections. I'm pretty sure these are the exact same build for the legs in the Rogue One set, but in brown and then in red for this set. And so they've got like a gear piece there from, I think, that was one of the Chima sets, I'm pretty sure, the Sabertooth something or other. And you've got this red paint, there's wires everywhere. I think overall that this is a very good design. It represents exactly what you see in the show. My only thing is that it has a lot of stickers, which I think I said before, maybe the Boba Fett's Palace episode, that I don't find stickers to be that much of a nuisance, but I know a lot of people do, so that's something to keep in mind. So overall for build, I would give this set a 2 out of 10. For playability, this set it's great. The guns go up and down. This also goes up and down, and this one also goes up and down, which is something you wouldn't necessarily expect. The eyes can open and shut. I don't know if that's really an intended feature, but you can keep them open the way they appear in pretty much everything, or shut. It's got a little hatch at the top that you can open to put stuff in. And on the inside, you've got, I don't know why that pistol isn't in my bin, but it can live there. We've got a seat here and a control panel for one of the Klatooinian raiders to sit in and attack the Mando and Cara Dune or whoever else you want to fight this, which is pretty nice. But I mean, that opening is a pretty big thing. You can see, ignore that. Well, I guess that's something to look out for. Those can break off if you mess with them too much. You can see on the back, it has a little twisty thing that you can use to turn the head. You can see, and it goes basically a full 180 degrees. Actually, I think that is a full 180 degrees. And ignoring that this piece fell off. So, I mean, I think that's just for the head, actually. On the legs, you can, well, I don't really want to, but you can see, you can push it, and you can get it to snap into place, and it'll be in a different position. It won't stand in most of the positions, but you can get it into different positions, which is nice. And I mean, that's about it for the playability. You can obviously, it's very nice. You can go, and you can play with it. And I think it's pretty good. And you've got enough minifigures as well. Usually I cover that. But you've got the minifigures. You've got 2 good minifigures and 2 bad minifigures. And the good minifigures aren't so overpowered with lightsabers that they can just automatically destroy the bad minifigures, especially when this is the bad minifigure ship. Or not ship, but, you know what I mean, like machine, vehicle. So it's actually, you could actually have a lot of fun playing with this set. So for playability, I would give it a 2 out of 10, which brings it to a 6 out of 6. Now on to value. So this set is $50 and it has 540 pieces. Obviously, that's pretty good price per piece. With Lego's prices going up, it will not, well, it'll be even more insane, but can't expect that too much in the future. But overall, I think that the value is pretty good. Price per piece is not everything. 540 for 50 is good, but it's not everything. Overall, I think the value is good. You get some good minifigures for not super expensive. You get a really, really nice build. Like, this is the kind of build, well, I might not want to display it because they don't have, like, an Ewok village or, like, any sort of Kashyyyk foresty place to put it. But usually I just put it on my shelf with my other various Republic Fighter Tank, Boba Fett's Palace, Daily Bugle, those big ones. And I think it's pretty good. I'd say for value, this is a 2 out of 10. Or 2 out of 2. So that brings it up to an 8 out of 8. That's the highest we've ever had. And then onto my personal opinion, I would give this set a 1 out of 2 in my personal opinion. I'm sorry I have to ruin the perfect streak of 2 out of 2s, but I just don't think this set is deserving of a 2 out of 2. I think that it's great, the value is great, the minifigures are great, the exterior and design is great, and the playability is great. But I feel like I wouldn't want to buy this set again. I just don't have too much to do with it. When I want to play with my Legos, it sounds kind of stupid, but when I want to play with my Legos, I either want to play with the clones or the Empire. I don't really want to play with the Clutunian Raiders or, I mean, Cara Dune. I don't really care about her that much. Or if I do, it's for the Imperial Light Cruiser because they can have stormtroopers in there. I just like I don't care too much about this set. I would not buy it again, but I would recommend you buying it if you think that you would like it. So that's going to be it for today's video. I know it's kind of short, but I will probably be having 2 more later, so keep your eyes posted for that. And have a great day. As another bonus for the minifigures, I wanted to add that the Clutunian Raiders look pretty much like a Weequay Guard, so you can keep them and use them in Boba Fett's palace or in Jabba's palace or whatever set you have, and they look pretty good.